Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I'll be reviewing the S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegeta Unwavering Saiyan Pride. Effectively a new redo of the 2.0 Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Now, if you've already handled a 2.0 Vegeta, whether it's the original Super Saiyan 1 or the Awakened Super Saiyan Blood 1, or the Broly movie 1, or even the superhero movie 1, or even, for the most part, the 24,000 power level 1, they all share very, very close similarities with each other. The most similar ones are all of the, Android Saga ones, so the original Super Saiyan 1 as well as the Awakened Super Saiyan Blood 1. Those are the most similar to this, as well as the Broly movie 1. They haven't really changed anything here. It is the same figure that you've seen many, many, many times before. What is different is the head and hair sculpt, which doesn't happen that often with Vegetas. They reuse the hair sculpt a lot, and it's interesting that in the same year we've gotten two unique hair sculpts for Vegeta, so that is very cool. But anyway, taken out of the box, here's what Vegeta comes with. So he's got 4 faces, a bunch of different hands, and folded arms accessories. This is the loadout that we usually get for Vegeta. The facial expressions are slightly different than we normally get, especially because of the new hair sculpt, but in general, this is what we normally see with Vegeta. This is what we saw with the Awakened Super Saiyan Blood. As similar, again, to what I said with the Broly movie 1, although that one had a separate head entirely. And yeah, it's what we've seen many, many times before. It is very standard, but it is sort of expected from Vegeta, and it's just the exact same thing we see all the time. But taken out of the box and put on a display, here he is, and again, he looks like you expect him to. He is the 2.0 Vegeta sculpt and everything good and bad about that. Personally, I do quite like the 2.0 Vegeta sculpt, but it is sort of time for an update, and it is a little bit awkward that that update is just the same figure with a different head. As of recording this video, they did announce the Daima Vegeta, and that one is a completely unique body for Vegeta, and I think it looks quite interesting. I'm not so sure about the proportions or like the back of the figure, but from what I was seeing, it looked like it was more interesting this time around, and I am keen for it. But the most interesting thing about this Vegeta today is the hair sculpt, where it is a much sharper look of Vegeta that we've had before. It is very much Dragon Ball Super Vegeta, and the vibrant blue is really, really nice. It's this cool pearlescent blue, and it just contrasts so beautifully with the figure. It is very nice and bright, and I love it. Here he is next to the Awakened Super Saiyan Blood Vegeta, so you can see how the hair sculpt looks different, as well as some slight changes to the coloring and bodysuit. Here he is next to the Broly movie Vegeta, so you can see that old hair sculpt there, as well as the old face sculpt. And it was serviceable at the time, but I like the way that Tamashii Nations do the faces now. And here he is next to 2.0 Super Saiyan Blue Goku, which I feel like is a good counterpart to this Vegeta, where they're both like the Dragon Ball Super variants of them. Effectively, this Goku's meant to be the Broly movie Goku, but he works for most of Super, as well as like sort of the Goku Black Arc or Tournament of Power Arc. They work well like that. And here he's next to Jada Toys Ryu, Marvel Legends Cyclops, and Marvel Legends Wolverine, as well as the Gurren Lagann Riobot figure. I don't know if that review is out yet at the time of recording. It is a big review, so I'm not sure if I've edited it in time, but that one is coming eventually. Posability wise on this Vegeta, it is exactly what you expect, so ball joint at the head and neck. It is pretty decent. I do like that this new head sculpt, when you look down on the figure, doesn't pop off the face, so that is a bonus. The arm can rotate all the way around, hinge out like that, swivel at the upper arm, bend at the elbow, hinge at the wrist. Ball joint in the upper chest, which allows for a pretty good range of motion, and you can extend it a bit for a bit of a crunch. There is a decent enough butterfly, as well as a swivel at the waist. He can do the splits barely. He can kick forward and back that far, bend at the knee, and ball joints at the ankle, which allow for an okay pivot. It's historically not very good, as well as a hinge at the toe. Hopefully that new Daima one will improve the legs quite a bit. It seems like they will, based on what we've seen. There is also a thigh swivel. And yeah, it is 2.0 Vegeta. Everything that comes with. It's fine. Like, it really is fine. It's the exact same figure we've seen many times before. It's my same attitude towards a lot of the 2.0 figures that we get now, using that same body type for Goku. It's something we've seen many times before. There's not a lot you can add to the discussion. But in terms of faces, Vegeta comes with a neutral face out of the box, which looks gorgeous. Comes with a shouting face, and slightly open mouth smiling face, which looks very sinister, and a teeth gritted angry face. All of these are very well detailed and well sculpted. I am very happy with how these all turned out. Like, the whole reason why this figure exists is because of this head and face sculpt. So I'm glad that it delivered. And again, you can get Vegeta into some fairly vanilla poses as well as some decently actiony poses. With his loadout, it's a very similar assortment that you get with every other Vegeta. So just play around with it, have some fun with it. He is a nice one to have. I do want us to get a bulkier Vegeta at some point. We do need that Android Saga Vegeta, because I think we could get such a glorious figure out of it. Like, use that 3.0 sculpt we've been seeing around. You could get a lot of cool stuff out of him if you just commit to it, please, Tamashi. I want to see it. I want to see him with a second stage Cell just beating the crap out of him. I think it would be so good, as well as like a bulky Trunks. That'd be the icing on the cake. But yeah, just exactly what you expect sort of figure. No real problems or issues. He's got all the same pros and cons as any other 2.0 Vegeta. This mold has been used endlessly, and it's still good. It's just that it's not really that interesting at the moment. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I will see you all next time.